The Pikachu clones have been around for years in Pokemon, majorly due to the marketability and recognition of Pikachu. Even people who don't know about Pokemon recognize Pikachu. It's the franchise's mascot. Due to the popularity of Pikachu, several Pikachu-based Pokemon are made for marketability, merchandise, and cuteness. But who amongst them are the strongest or are viable for its teams? Which brings me to this ranking. Hello, I'm HermitGRAB, and today I will be giving you my ranking of the best Pikachu clones. Before we go on to this list, we need to establish certain criteria. First off, for it to count as a Pikachu clone, it needs to be an electric type, so sorry for Mimikyu. I would like to put Mimikyu on this list, but it's not an electric type. Also, if it was in this list, it would obviously be at the top. Secondly, I will not be including Pokemon from the Pikachu evolutionary line due to it being directly under or above Pikachu, so no Pichu or Raichu in this list. With that out of the way, let's get on to the video. The worst Pikachu clone is a tie due to them being inseparable from one another, and that's Plusle and Minun. Both Plusle and Minun have the same base stat total with 405, the same Pokeathlon stat total with 13 out of 15, and generally have the same movesets. Both of them are also part of the same egg group being Fairy, and their abilities make them inseparable in generations 3 and 4, where you needed the ability plus to activate minus, and vice versa. And these two are best used at double battles, but are completely useless when separated. Also, their low special defense stat makes them squishy to their weakness, and it can lose the battle quite easily. In my opinion, Plusle and Minun are the worst Pikachu clones and are tied for the 6th spot on this list. Next up on this list is Dedenne. Dedenne has the 3rd highest base stat total amongst everyone in this list with 431, with its most prominent stats being its speed and special attack. Now, Dedenne would be a lot higher on this list if it utilized its fairy type a lot better. Its only good fairy type move is Dazzling Gleam, which unfortunately needs a technical record for Dedenne to learn it. Other than that, its only other damaging fairy type move is Play Rough, which is a physical attack. So not only does it know 3 fairy type moves, that being Charm, Play Rough, and Dazzling Gleam, but it cannot even learn its best fairy type move naturally. Due to this, Dedenne has the 5th spot on this list, but sadly it could have been a lot higher. Togedemaru takes the 4th spot on this list. It has a base stat total of 435, with its best stat being its attack stat. Its special attack stat is terrible, but it makes up for it with its physical attack. Not only that, but it has the highest attack stat out of all the Pikachu clones, and it has a pretty good ability with Iron Barbs. However, it being an electric steel type makes Togedemaru have a 4 times weakness to ground. Its defensive stats are solid, with its special defense stat being the better among the two, but it cannot learn steel type moves by level up, so you'll have to give it a TM or a TR or bring it to the move tutor. With all that, I'd say that Togedemaru earns a fair 4th place in this list. Now number 3 on this list goes to Pachirisu. Pachirisu's base stat total is 405, which is the same as Plusle and Minun. Its special defense stat is actually the best amongst the Pikachu clones and is the bulkiest amongst them. Not only that, but Pachirisu is best used as a supporter on double battles due to its moves like Super Fang, Follow Me, and Nuzzle. Also, let's not forget the legendary performance of Sejun Park's Pachirisu on the Pokemon World Championships in 2014. Now, with all that, how come it's not higher on this list? First off, Pachirisu has the worst offensive stats amongst the Pikachu clones. It is best utilized in double battles, which is great for VGC, but not much in a playthrough, especially since single battles are everywhere in a playthrough. Also, Pachirisu is best used with a specific moveset for a specific kind of battle. That's why I think Pachirisu earns the 3rd place on this list. Now number 2 on this list goes to Emolga. Its base stat total is 428, which broke the 405 base stat totals of its predecessors. Its offensive and defensive stats are fine, but its speed stat is actually quite solid. At least as Emolga should be given credit here with its Volt Switch strategy. And in my opinion, Volt Switch is Emolga's best move as it uses its speed effectively and switches out before getting attacked. But it also knows other good moves like Acrobatics and Air Slash. Also, it is the only Pikachu clone that isn't affected by ground type attacks due to it being a flying type. Emolga definitely is a recommended Pokemon to get for your playthroughs, but it should be used for early game to mid game only because its moveset and its base stat total isn't useful for the late game. With that in mind, I'd say that Emolga earns the number 2 spot on this list. And finally, we go to number 1, and in my opinion, the best Pikachu clone is Morpeko. Morpeko has the highest base stat total amongst the Pikachu clones with 436, beating Togedemaru by 1. Similarly to Togedemaru, Morpeko focuses on its speed and physical attack, but Morpeko has a decent special attack stat, making it more versatile, but sacrificing its defenses. It has the most amount of weaknesses amongst the Pikachu clones with 4, that being Fighting, Ground, Bug, and Fairy. But Morpeko has a very good moveset, and it utilizes its attack stat well with plenty of physical attacking moves, including the Elemental Fangs, Crunch, Outrage, and its signature move, Aura Wheel. If you are able to find an Adamant Nature Morpeko and grow it well, it has the potential to be the second or third option in your Pokemon team. In my opinion, Morpeko is the best and strongest Pikachu clone and deserves the number 1 spot on this list. With that is my personal take on the best Pikachu clones. Again, this list is based on my opinion and I hope you enjoyed. Share your thoughts on the comment section below and be sure to like this video and subscribe with post notifications on, and I'll see you soon.